Hey guys, welcome back. After checking out the first two Mortal Kombat games, today we're going to take a deep dive into Mortal Kombat 3. You could say that this game kind of wraps up all the foundational lore of the Mortal Kombat universe. This means if you watch all three of these videos back to back, you'll have a pretty solid grasp of the entire world. Let's get into it, but before we do, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. It really means a lot to us. Before we jump into the story, I gotta tell you that Mortal Kombat 3 went through some stuff after it dropped. First, they released an update, turning it into Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Then, a while later, they dropped a second update, making it Mortal Kombat Trilogy. From a story perspective, these versions didn't really add anything new. They just packed in more characters, that's all. In the second game, we saw Liu Kang shut down Outworld for the second time, and he totally messed up Shang Tsung's plans again. But apparently, that wasn't the end of it. Shao Kahn, who's just obsessed with conquering Earthrealm, got sick of Shang Tsung's lame schemes. So he decided to take matters into his own hands and activate his legendary Plan B. The Emperor of Outworld wants to bring back his former queen, Sindel, who mysteriously passed away at a young age, by sending his shadow priests and Shang Tsung to Earthrealm. We all know this revered queen, Sindel, and we have mad respect for her. You might be thinking, why do they need to do this in Earthrealm? Or how does this even relate to conquering Earthrealm? There's no concrete or accurate reason why Shao Kahn couldn't revive Sindel in Outworld. It's just said that this weird ritual has to happen in Earthrealm. By reviving Sindel and sending the Outworld crew to Earthrealm, Shao Kahn gets permission to break down the realm boundaries and invade Earthrealm. This invasion is kinda a consequence of Sindel's resurrection. Plus, by doing this, Shao Kahn isn't just taking over Earthrealm, he's also feeding off billions of human souls and getting stronger in the process. Before we check out the two remaining realms, let's get to know these shadow priests a bit better. You've probably seen these mysterious and spooky characters a lot in Mortal Kombat. I'm talking about those guys who are always just floating around. These shadow priests are Shao Kahn's strongest and most loyal sorcerers, led by the Emperor's right-hand man, Shang Tsung. They had a significant role in the process of reviving Sindel and creating Melina. Besides casting spells and using magic, their job is to guard the portals that connect Outworld to other realms. As you know, there are only two realms left that we haven't talked about, Ednea and the Order Realm. In many ways, Ednea is super similar to Earthrealm, a lush world with fertile lands and seasonal rainfall. This realm is run by a feudal system of government. The rulers, who we all know, are Queen Sindel and Princess Kitana. This realm is protected by a powerful royal guard called the Knights of Ednea, led by Jade, the staff-wielding girl. Jade has been friends with Princess Kitana since childhood and is currently her personal bodyguard. Before Sindel and Kitana, King Jared ruled Ednea. But who's Jared? He's Sindel's husband and Princess Kitana's father. You might be thinking, so why haven't we heard anything about him until now? Where has this guy been? To be honest, this poor guy was just doing his kingly duties in Ednea. But unfortunately, his realm's champions lost 10 times in the Mortal Kombat tournaments against Outworld, and Shao Kahn attacked them. Now you're probably thinking, so Outworld just wiped out Ednea? And that was the end of it. Since Ednea, like Earthrealm, is kinda jewel of the cosmos, the Elder Gods also assigned protectors for this realm, Argus and Delia. Despite being a married couple, either by fate or some other preordained circumstance, their children, Taven and Dagon, also took on this responsibility. They defended Ednea against Outworld by fighting alongside their father, Argus, and sent Shao Kahn packing back to his realm in tears. But sadly, in this war, King Jared was killed by Shao Kahn and Devora. Honestly, if it weren't for these rulers, Ednea would have 100% lost the war against Outworld and been forced to merge with it. Ednea is super famous for its pies like apple pie. It's said that many people from other realms come to Ednea just to taste this delicious dessert once in their lives. As I said before, the people of that realm are very similar to those from Earthrealm, civilized and peaceful, skilled artisans, and of course, masterful sorcerers. One key difference lies in their magical prowess. As direct descendants of the gods, they possess a stronger connection to magic and enjoy lifespans far longer than ordinary humans. For example, the beautiful Princess Kitana is over 10,000 years old. Finally, I should mention that this realm has a good relationship with Earthrealm and is somewhat okay with the Order Realm, but you can't really count on them too much. Because of their overly strict rules and order, they might at any moment do things that end up hurting Ednea. Let's get back to the main story and introduce the characters, and then we'll explain the Order Realm at a good time later. Unbelievably, Shao Kahn successfully carries out his legendary Plan B in Earthrealm, killing billions of humans by taking their souls. The only people who survived were those protected by Raiden. With this mind-blowing move, Earthrealm slowly started to merge with Outworld. In other words, the Emperor of Outworld is finally getting his wish. Earthrealm's protector Raiden is kinda paralyzed by this merging of realms since he has no power in Outworld, and the Elder Gods couldn't care less. Raiden, with nowhere to turn, puts all his hope in the fighters and Liu Kang. The Earthrealm warriors clash with the Outworld invaders to reach Shao Kahn and suffer heavy casualties.
Wins.
Regarding the characters in this game, we've considered both the Ultimate and Trilogy updates. Ermac, this mysterious and cool character, appeared way more suddenly than you'd expect. In the first Mortal Kombat game on Sega, when you played a Scorpion, sometimes mid-fight, the screen would glitch out a few times and give an error macro alarm, then Scorpion's costume would turn red. Error macro, error mac, and that's where the character Ermac was born. The game creators first showcased him as Scorpion's alternate costume, and then they unveiled him as a new character in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Ermac wasn't really a unique character when he was first introduced, but as the games progressed, the creators added more details and features to this red-clad master. Now let's go over his general concept. Ermac, a being formed from the souls of fallen warriors in the Outworld Wars, refers to himself as we. Because of his collective nature, this awesome character is directly controlled by Shao Kahn and the Shadow Priests. The sheer volume of souls in Ermac gives him the power to teleport to different locations and control objects from a distance. The most important thing about Ermac is that time has shown he's not loyal to any specific person, but rather to Outworld. Meaning, he'll do anything for the benefit of Outworld.
Ermac wins. Flawless victory.
Let's move on to the next one, Tomas Verbata, or better yet, Smoke. Smoke has appeared in Mortal Kombat in various forms, but the main ones are his human and cyborg states. He's one of Kuai Liang's, the second Sub-Zero's, close friends and a member of the Lin Kui clan. He went with Sub-Zero to Outworld to kill Shang Tsung, but unfortunately, they weren't successful and returned to their clan in Earthrealm. As soon as they arrived in Earthrealm, they realized that the clan had decided to turn their best fighters into cyborgs. The guys, upon hearing this, got into a conflict with the Lin Kui members and tried to escape. Sub-Zero managed to escape, but Smoke wasn't so lucky. He was captured by his own clan. And then the unthinkable happened. They turned him into a cyborg. They actually sent Cyborg Smoke to hunt down and kill Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero eventually came face to face with his old friend. After a brutal battle, he looked him in the eyes and said, "They might have tampered with your body, but your soul is still the same." In the end, after a long and painful struggle, Sub-Zero managed to help Smoke break free and regain control of himself. The next person is Rain. Rain is from the realm of Ednea. He always refers to himself as the son of Argus, protector of Ednea. Since it's unclear who his mother is, with these rumors about Rain circulating in the royal family, Argus, with great shame, is forced to banish Rain from the family. After that, due to being a demigod and his skill in magic, this character became a professional fighter in the Ednean army and, after a while, rose to the rank of general. Rain is savagely resentful. In the next Mortal Kombat game, he betrays Ednea and joins Outworld. This character never stayed on one side. He's constantly changing his allegiance. Sometimes he's with the good guys, sometimes with the bad guys. But honestly, generally, he leans towards the bad guys. Rain always believes that one day, he'll finally claim the Ednean throne and take control of the realm. Lastly, I should mention that he intensely hates his half-brothers, Taven and Dagon. Let's move on to the final character, Motaro, one of the most nostalgic figures in Mortal Kombat, and someone we all have countless memories with. In the realm of Outworld, the Centaurian race was always in conflict with the Shokan race. Shao Kahn, the Emperor of Outworld, seeing this situation, sided with the Centaurians to improve the situation in this war and severely punish the Shokans. After this act by the Emperor, many Centaurians were used to humiliate the Shokans. Motaro, one of the skilled Centaurian warriors, showcased his high fighting prowess in front of Shao Kahn, and this move caught the Emperor's attention. After numerous battles, Shao Kahn appointed Motaro as the commander of his extermination squad. The Shokans, after all the injustice they suffered, savagely cursed the Centaurians. You might think this is just a normal curse like any other, but no, it's not at all what you think. This Shokin curse caused the Centaurian race, from a certain point onwards, to be born with 2 legs instead of 4. So that's the explanation of the prominent characters in this part. Let's quickly go over the features of the Order Realm, and then we'll finish the story. The Order Realm, or Sado, is the exact opposite pole of the Chaos Realm. This realm has always had a specific framework and is abnormally law-abiding. This realm is literally up in air. I'm not kidding, it's seriously floating. Cities that are always suspended in the sky and connected by invisible bridges. The people of Order Realm have very high skills in sorcery. Many say this is the hidden and untold reason why this realm is suspended in the air. As we mentioned before, Sado in Japanese means system. This naming originates from the order and discipline of this realm. The Order Realm has strangely color-coded its cities: Red Town, Blue Town, Green Town, and finally, Gold Town. This color coding isn't just for the roads and streets of these cities. It also applies to the houses and buildings within them. In addition to all these unique features, this realm is also very famous for its precious stones, such as green diamonds, gold nuggets, red agates, and winter stones. These stones are found only in cities that match their color. The people of this realm are extremely obsessive about the order and structure of their lives. Despite all this order and law in Order Realm, there are also many class differences, and lower class people usually respect the higher classes. And here's an even more interesting point. With all this law and order, heinous crimes still occur within the society of this realm. From the perspective of Order Realm's lawmakers, freedom should be banned in this realm because freedom leads to chaos, and chaos leads to suffering. If someone in this realm violates a simple curfew law, they can be imprisoned for years. The Order Realm only ever fights with its old enemy, the Chaos Realm. Otherwise, it's a neutral realm overall. And here, the initial explanations of the 6 main realms come to an end. Let's finish the story of the 3rd game. You might not believe it, but once again, Liu Kang defeats Shao Kahn and sends him back to his own realm. And that wraps up the story of the 3rd game. Be sure to stay tuned for the next chapters. Things are about to get seriously epic. Thanks so much for watching all the way through. If you enjoyed hanging out with us, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts in the comments below.